cookie consent. Like now with in Oregon, I think California, and in the Europe, UN or whatever, not UN. What do you call it? The European Union? Is
Yeah,
that
the EU, yeah.
EU? Sorry, they require now you to have consent. So if you're selling in another, like if you're in the United States selling internationally, you have to have consent set up, or you'll be liable for
You can be
bad
fined.
practice.
I don't know what the
Fines
fine
and
is now,
fines.
but I know when it first came out. By the way, are we talking about GRDP? Oh my gosh,
Yeah, the same
GPPR?
thing. Same
Yeah.
thing. Yes. So that, and then California has this, it's like I don't know. I gotta, anyway, that's a whole nother level too. So even though you have server side tracking turned on, it's now getting to the point where they're even required to just turn all tracking off. Cause that's another thing I do. You probably allow it because you say that, but like I always say, no, I don't want them tracking my data. It's me. I don't want that. So, but at least I have an option now where I didn't have an option before.
iOS has it built into Safari.
Yeah.
There's,
So
what is it? It's called like intelligent track and prevention. In some cases, it'll even like VPN you when you're on like public Wi-Fi's and things like that.
yeah, and if you think about it, like this is why server side tracking itself is so vital with all of this happening where Google, Facebook, TikTok, they're all making you go towards machine learning type ads, AI ads, more ads that you can't control what it does and what it sends to. It needs data to consume to do better. It's kind of odd. You would think that they would not start taking away all the control you have, because as a PPC manager nowadays, you really just kind of are starting to manage things from an asset perspective and not a campaign perspective. So what I find odd is that now, with privacy being such an issue and consent being an issue and all these things being an issue, it seems like that pool of data they can pull from just keeps getting smaller and smaller and smaller. I'm kind of interested on how that's going to play out, because if they don't have any data at all because the site's not allowing them to track visitors, how is that ad performing well if it's supposed to be machine learning, right? So that's the kind of thing, going back to like all these issues. That's why it's very imperative that you have server side tracking set up so
Yeah,
that
yeah,
it does for that data. But
yeah.
there you go.